Hello everyone, it's Rensler with Conquer Gaming Lounge, and we're back with another episode of Let's Play Learn Satisfactory? Kind of? Maybe? Alright, so in our last episode, we built this thing. We've got a miner, a smelter, a constructor, we've got a craft bench there so we don't have to run all over the map. And, oh, gotta make sure my run toggle's on there. Here we've got a smelter and constructor combo that we will be enabling here pretty soon. Fire up a miner over there. We also were over here at our limestone installation, and we're going to slap a miner there, but we did put a constructor here. So now we can come over here, grab ourselves some concrete, and oh, don't jump into the crevice. That goes to no-no land, also known as the void, which is not good because, fun fact, if you jump into the void and there is nothing directly below your character when you achieve death, there's a non-zero possibility that the crate that is supposed to be left behind with all of your stuff spawns also in the void, and therefore you can never recover it, and everything that you were holding is lost forever, permanently. Bye-bye. That's possible. There is a also non-zero chance that that will not happen, and that the box will successfully spawn. Let's say if I yeeted off here into the void, it would be roughly right about where the cursor's at. Maybe. That's not 100%. I have experienced both. And yes, for your viewing pleasure, there will be a point where we dump everything out of our inventory into a safe and secure storage chest, and then we yeet off the side of the map just so you can see safely what happens, and you don't have to go through it. You learn a lesson the easy way. I teach you the lesson the hard way by flying off the side of the map. Alright, so let's get some miners going and automate more stuff, because one of the things I said I was going to do for this playthrough is try to automate as many things as possible as early as possible. So let's go to production. We're going to add 2 miners because I need to build a total of 2 of them. I need some portable miners. Okay. Come on over here to our workshop here, and I don't have enough materials for 2. And that's because I'm short on rods. Alright. Well, I know I retasked this constructor to make plates, and then I told it to make rods. And this is something you can do. You can totally retask a constructor, an assembler. There's other machines that we've got that we'll get to. Manufacturers are pretty cool too. And you can tell them to do new things. For example, I could come here, go to select recipe, and pick another recipe. I don't want to, but that's a possibility. So once you put down a machine, you're not locked into exactly what it does, unless you've got something like a miner, right? This only has one job. It really does, and that's just to mine. And the type of thing it's mining is whatever node it's sitting on, and that's not something that you can change without like a file editor or a world editor. And as far as I know, with Update 5, I don't think everybody's got their mods working yet. So that's probably a thing. I haven't dove into mods too much because the game is fluid. Everything's ongoing and things change often, and that means mods break all the time. Mods work on one version, there's an update that changes any of the files that they use to determine their behavior, and all of a sudden, boom, there goes broken mod. I experience it a lot. I'm in software development. I fully, totally understand it, which is why we have to release on a slower cadence, because we can't break anything. Like if we had something that was considered like a mod in this game, your update cannot break it. You must update the mod and the game or our software at the same time. You have to. So that's why we don't do mods. Okay, oh, I can't afford it. Okay, I should have... Oh, that's because I'm not putting down the right tool. Okay, alright. Okay. I just need to pay more attention. I think that's really what we're talking about right now. I wanted to directly line this up. Does it look like I did not do... I guess I didn't do that. Okay, well... Okay, notice something. Not only do I have... Not only is that a perilous drop right there, but I've got my portable miners here. We're going to pick those up. So, once again, just for a recap, I'm pressing E to access the UI of the miner, and I'm clicking the pick up miner button. So what this does is it picks up the inventory of the miner if you have space, and then it picks up the miner if you have space. It requires 2 inventory slots for that. Also, now we've got a miner here. And because we have a miner, that means we have to have power somewhere. And we do have power somewhere, so we're going to place a power pole. No, we're not, because we don't have enough wire. We also don't have enough cable. Wow, we're batting 1,000. Okay. Alright, so let's make a craft bench. Oh, good. I've got copper ingots. That's good. So we're going to make roughly 20 wire here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make the wire itself. 5 cables ought to be enough. There we go. Cool. Alright. And, once again, just pointing out that when you're dealing with limestone, you do not need a smelter. A smelter will not work. It is not part of that chain. It goes miner or portable miner or your hands to a constructor. Okay, just to clarify that. Also, we want to give this our limestone because we don't need it. So if we take a look at this node over here, this is a normal limestone node, which means that the miner can push out 60 limestone per minute. And this here says it can handle 45 limestone per minute, which means that the miner will always be able to provide adequate limestone to this constructor. The constructor will not be starving for resources, but it also means eventually that this system will get backed up, and that's fine. Whatever, we're okay with that. All right, so that's working. That's automatic, and let's just. Sorry, just gonna grab that. Okay, so now we've got that. We've got some leaves that are here. Okay. All right, so miner smelter thing, and we're making rods over there. So, because we're making rods over there, we are going to make plates over here. And just to illustrate what happened, I changed the recipe, and the machine automatically dumped whatever it had in its inventory for rods into my inventory if I had space. And I did, so it did. Okay, I just want to clarify that for anybody that's going, wait, how did that happen? Why did that do that? That's why that did that. So I'm also going to feed this thing my ore because I don't need it. Okay. Let's go take a look at the hub upgrade. Okay, and we're just going to feed it. So this relevant items up here, this display is so useful, it's so helpful. It says if you're looking for something, or if this milestone is looking for something, which it is, it will show me everything that applies to it right up there. It's fantastic. It saves lots of time. I like it. Okay, so we need rods or plates, I apologize, and some copper wire. So I've got plenty of stuff for wire. So I'm going to chill here. And instead of running back to the copper setup, which I do not believe is even automated yet, I believe it's just some portable miners if my memory serves me right. It has been a little bit since I have been recording this series, so I have to memorize exactly where I am on this map and what my progression is. So we're going to bash out some wire quickly. That's a power failure. I was hoping we wouldn't go through that, but now you know what happened. So every machine just stopped. Why? One or more of my biomass burners has run out of fuel. That is why. And because we don't stop progress, we're going to come back here. And, okay, I don't have leaves. So we're going to come over here. Yep, okay. And we've got that. And I want 400. And yes, I will show you how I just did that. So we're going to give you 400 leaves. We're going to take you and do that. And we're going to say 400 leaves. We're going to split it. turn the power back on. So these things are doing so much work. They're burning through 80 leaves in a minute, which means I get 6 minutes and 15 seconds worth of power before that happens again. So let's go pick up some more leaves. Okay, so we've already burned through quite a bit of leaves. Alright, so I've just reset the timer for about 6 minutes. So we were working on copper and we were working on plates. So we're going to grab the plates. So I should have enough plates for this. And we're going to bust out some wire here. So we will make this wire. We will dump it into the hub upgrade and it should get us the next cool thing. And I believe we can make additional biomass burners. What I want is not more burners right now. What I want is the next advancement in fuel technology. That's big because that means the more we process this fuel, the more condensed it becomes, the more energy it has in terms of density. So that'll be cool. So let's see if we have what it takes. Yes, we do. Okay, Ada. Ooh, hey, nice lightning strike there.
Congratulations, you have unlocked building space elevator, building biomass burner, heart, biomass. Motivational message. Congratulations, you succeeded in every provided task. On behalf of Fixit Incorporated, I thank you for your current and future service. Additional knowledge. The hub terminal has been converted to give access to milestones there to ensure you progress along Fixit-approved protocols. Note: future developments should be aimed at constructing the space elevator and, as such, initiating project assembly. Good luck.
Okay, and I let the game say it first, and we are going to be constructing something magically fantastical, known as the space elevator. And I have done this so many times, and I have placed the space elevator in a stupid location so many times. I really don't know where where we are going to locate it, but we are going to locate it somewhere. Alright, so we need to get copper made, and then we need to get copper over here. Here is here, right here, us, where we're standing. So let's do some stuff first. Let us build a power thing. In fact, you know what? So what I did is I cannot manually flick the breaker off. Not yet. There's a way to do that. I will show you. There is a way to honestly get breaker boxes and flick things on and off, and it's so cool. But we're not going to do that right now. So all I did was I killed the power lines. I killed the power lines to the main power pole. And that's why I like doing this. That's why I like having a one pole from my main biomass burners, which are right here, and just kibosh those things, right? Also, by the way, we're not going to be using these biomass burners anymore. In fact, give me your fuel. So these biomass burners, fun fact, can make 20 megawatts of power. If you place a biomass burner, a freestanding building, it can make 30 megawatts of power. Bigger number. I like it. We're going to do that. So I don't have to keep running back to the hub and putting fuel in those dumb things. Alright, so what we're going to do now is build a leaves and wood biomass production chain. So we're going to add 2 storage containers to our list. Oh, we don't have logistics yet. Okay. Sort of. Well, we've got that, but we don't have what I want. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just brain freezing here. It's okay. The process Rensler has unexpectedly stopped responding. Okay, so what we do... First, we're going to build... Well, first we need to build our chain, right? So the idea is we take... Let's do this logically, start to finish, and we'll make it happen. So first we start with a storage container, which we're going to put on 0. So we take a storage container, which we will set over here, about right there. Then we've got a constructor, which we do not have the reinforced plates for. And I do not have the required stuff for making reinforced plates yet automatically, so I have to build these by hand. So things built by hand will occur when I don't have the technology yet to make them automatically, because that makes sense. So we're going to do this, and we've got this here, and I need, I don't know, I need enough room to run. Oh, I need cable. Okay. Alright, so I don't have all of the requirements yet. Okay. Alright. About right there's good. And, wow, I don't have enough plates for belts. That doesn't have any power, but that's okay. I turned off the power on purpose. You are going to be making... Let's see, what do I have more of right now? Leaves. Cool. So what we do is we take our leaves and we dump them in there. And this will work eventually when it has power. So I said I wasn't going to use those again, and I meant it, so we're going to build a biomass burner. So I'm going to create what I call a microgrid, which is, this is a biomass burner, and I am going to give it wood for fuel directly. In fact, I might actually have more wood in here that I can give it. Yep. And I'm going to connect it directly to this building. So its only job there we go. Its only job is now to produce more fuel. Right? So this is going to be making biomass for us, which is better than wood or leaves. So it's kind of funny. I'm burning leaves. I'm burning wood to take leaves and turn it into biomass. So this guy will produce 60 biomass a minute, and we don't even have a fast enough belt for this, right? So what we do is we take that stack and we dump it over here like that. So now we can be a little bit more efficient with what it's doing, and we'll just put that back there. Cool. So now we're making biomass. If we come over here, we will see that this is, it takes 3.5 seconds to burn the wood. And it's producing 30 megawatts. Right now it is consuming 4, production is 4, right? The maximum maximum consumed, the maximum that we have consumed right now is 4, because we only have one machine that's plugged into it, right? That's the mass consumable. So now we've elevated our fuel game, right? So if we take this biomass and we swap it, now taking this and just processing it has made it to where it takes 6 whole seconds to burn through biomass. Which is nice, because we had 3.3 and now we've got 6, right? So we can set up a second line, which we will here real quick, and I will have to, okay, so I need rods, and I know I have to make a plate, so we need stuff here. So I've got some rods. I already took those plates. That makes sense. I probably need some screws for my reinforced iron plates. 1 and 2 and 3. Yep. Make my plates here. Fantastic. So now we will duplicate this setup. It says I don't have enough plates. Really? Okay. Alright. I took plates from the... Right. I took plates from the first constructor and it was off. So that's why I did not construct more plates. It's right, I'm wrong. I will take the loss on that one. Okay. Alright, so 0. And press the correct key this time there, dude. Alright, so we've got that, and we've got that. Okay. And I need cable, because I'm not prepared. See, this is what happens when you don't prepare. This is what happens when you don't prepare. And make some cables real quick. Because we don't have logistics, you really need logistics to get things going for proper scaling. And just like that. Nice, 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 nice. Fantastic. I like it. So now we must build a pole because we've got one biomass burner. We need to make another one. But we're not going to right now. So I need cables and wires for poles, I believe. I believe it's wires that it wants me to have. So we're going to have wire here. 1, 2, 3. And zip it around here. And we turn that off. Cool. And you're set to biomass wood. And you're set to wood. Cool. Alright, cool. Oh, I want this and I want that. And I probably need that too. Okay. So now we've got our own biomass burner that is doing nothing but taking this wood and these leaves and crunching them into biomass. And because we don't have splitters and mergers yet, they will be going to their own storage containers. But the point is that they do not get backed up in terms of inventory. And this guy's got 54 times 6, 3 minutes 24 seconds. 318 seconds. 5 minutes 18 seconds is what that gives us right now. So if I take this and I just take everything and I 200, it's 1200 seconds. .600 seconds is 5 minutes, so that's 10 minutes. That gives us 10 minutes of fuel. I would think so, but this also says that it's burning 1 biomass, it's only burning 10 a minute, and so that's 20 minutes. So at our current burn rate, that's 20 minutes of fuel. That should be enough. And it's going to run out of materials before it burns that. Okay, cool. So the next thing we need to do is build a... Let me see if logistics is on the menu, or if I have to build the elevator. Right. Logistics is on the menu. Fantastic. So we're going to do that first. This is where scaling comes into play. This is where so many things open up. I can build... I don't know why I'm doing that. I can build a constructor to do this for me. Oh, wow, the snapping system is losing its mind a little bit. Okay. That's if I already have ingots. I'm wrong. I want a smelter. Wow. Okay. Copper. There's all the ore. And you're gonna hook up to that. Okay. That's gonna do its job. We're going to build another 3 biomass burners. I need plates, I need rods, and I need wire. Okay. So I need... Right. Okay. So I need 40 megawatts of so I only need a third of what it says I need. Why am I jumping back? I don't know why I'm doing that. I don't know why I keep jumping back when there's a bench right here. I really gotta stop doing that. So I need 25 right there. Okay. So now we have enough biomass burners, and I understand that this is not organized at all. Please understand that I do get that. I understand. I get it. And we are going to fix it. It's that we're not going to fix it at this moment. Just being honest, we're not going to fix it at this second. We're not. So I need... That's biomass. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm getting turned around is what I'm doing. It's being honest. Okay. So we've got a power pole that we need to make. And I need to keep straight where the pole needs to come from. It needs to be this pole. And this pole needs to be there, and that needs to be there. Like that. And then this needs fuel. I need to take everything from this. I need to give it to that. I need to turn around and give it to that. Cool. And now... Wait. That was awesome. What was my... That was funny. Alright. So I just cross-connected the poles. And I didn't like that at all. Oh, because it's the wrong network. Both of the burners were not on the same grid. Both of the burners were not on the same grid. That's funny. Let's try this again. So what I tried to do was take this and that. And flick the breaker on. Okay. That's funny. Okay. Here's what just happened. I built biomass burners. I took power generators and put them in the world, and then I hooked them up to the network. Not both of them to the correct network, mind you. So the demand was higher than what the generators could produce at the time. It doesn't matter how many there are. It doesn't matter what the demand of the generation is. The fact that demand was higher at one moment, one spike, than the generation. That tripped the breaker. So I fixed the power lines. I put both generators on the same network, flicked the breaker back on by taking that breaker and flicking it down, and now we're good. So here's an explanation of these numbers. Max consumable possible here is 43 megawatts. With everything hooked up, 43 megawatts, right? Currently, we're consuming 35.2, and there's a point where there's some dips there. And the production is also 35.2. Why? These are biomass burners. Biomass burners adjust their burn rates to match how much power they need to generate at the time, which is what the current demand is. And that's what the consumed is over there. Then you've got capacity. This is the total capacity of all the power generators on the network. It doesn't matter what that number is, but that's what the number means. So it could be any value. I could have 1 billion megawatts, and that doesn't matter. It's just what that number means, right? Okay, so now we're still burning a biomass. We're still burning 10 biomass every minute. Which means on a full tank of gas, we've got 20 minutes, which means we've got 19 minutes left of fuel on these two to power this grid. And powering this grid is everything that we are doing right now, right? So now we need to have enough. We're going to get this off the menu. We need enough leaves. We need enough stuff to power these burners, and we need enough poles and such to get power from the copper area. We need to build a miner, a smelter, a constructor, and then we need to get the wire back here to us into a storage container so we can pull from that and build more things with it. Eventually we'll have some splitters, and we'll make one that only makes cable, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, yes. We're going to do 5 poles. We're going to do, I don't know. We're going to do 40 power lines. That's probably enough, maybe. I don't know. Alright, so this is making ingots for us. And I don't think I have any more ores, which is actually good. So I think I have leaves. This is biomass. Alright, so we've got a burner here and a burner here. So we're going to come over here, top it off, come over here. What I'm doing is I'm shift clicking. Right? I come over here, shift click, it just takes whatever's applicable and sends it over there until you hit the maximum of the stack, okay? That's what I'm doing there. Alright, we're going to come back here to this bench, and we're going to make enough wire. And then we need 35, we need 70 additional wire. So we need a total of 94 wire to make the cables that we need, because it's 1 cable and 2 wire. It takes 2 wire to make a cable here. So we need to get ourselves up to 94. And we are there. So we're going to make precisely 35 cables, and then we will make some iron rods. Okay. We're short on wire because I overshot by a little bit. And now we will need iron plates, a lot of it, for our conveyor belts, and that's probably not enough. We also need concrete for the pedestals, the conveyor poles. How much concrete do I have right now? 79, that's enough. Okay. Alright, so let's go venture over to copper, and this should be... It should be a little while before we have to go back over to copper again. So we're going to pick up some leaves, because they help us. And pick up some wood. And eventually we will have a pretty cool power setup that allows me to take wood and leaves and just dump them into a pair of storage containers. And everything else just handles itself. And we're going to pick up something that's pretty sweet. It is a power slug. These things are cool. So we're going to pick up this blue power slug. Press and hold E. We can do research and do cool things with those, and we will. Just not at this moment, but that's something cool to note that is in the game. And we're going to pick up these things. Nice little air grab there. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. So now we're back at the copper nodes. Hi, copper nodes. How are you? And we've got plenty of inventory space. That's going to be good. Let's see. 1, 2, 4, 6. That's exactly how many we need. Fancy that. Okay. Alright, sometimes for an unknown reason, telling it to pick up the miner doesn't work always on the first try. That's fine. Okay, we've got our miner. Going to stick our miner right down there, and we're going to come up with a belt that's been so conveniently set for us right there. We're going to put down a power pole. We're going to connect our dude to the power pole. We're going to take another one and put it right out here. Okay, then we take our smelter, because we got to have a smelter up on this, and put it right about there. And hook that belt up just like that. Fancy. All right. Oh, that's going to be a fun logistical issue for the belts. That'll be interesting to see how I solve that. Probably in a dumb way, but... And I'm out of rods, because of course I am. Which means I don't have enough rods to make a craft bench. Right. I don't get how I didn't have enough materials for that. Alright, whatever. Oh, I gotta have rods for... Okay. Okay. Alright. Fine game. You win. The game has told me that I came ill-prepared. I became ill-prepared? I came ill-prepared. I'm trying to do something that I wasn't ready for. And we're going to pick up some bunch of rods and tell the game exactly what it can do with its requirements of building things. How about we do that? Let's do that. Oh boy, this is a long episode. Alright, well we're going to get done with this here real quick. And I'm gonna stop hounding you with all of my stories and such. Okay, we're going to take this up here. What we'll do is not clip into the mountain. Let's not do that. Speaking of mountains, I heard a dubstep version of In the Hall of the Mountain King recently, and pretty good stuff. That's just me. I'm a dubstep person. I enjoy listening to the weebles and the wobbles and the, as Bill Burr says, the wikis. And what can I not afford? Oh, it's because I'm almost out of plates. Fantastic. Alright, cool. So what we're going to do is come over here, and come over here, and get through all of my nonsense, and come over here and pick up some more plates. I don't know why I have that accent. I told you. I told you. You were warned. Oh, okay. Seems the automatic snapping system has gotten quite aggressive. I just find that funny. That's just an observation that I'm making, but kind of funny. Kind of funny. Oh yeah, so I'm recording this on Halloween, by the way, and happy Halloween to everybody. I know it's late, but that's fine. Hopefully you had a great Halloween. I did. I think it was pretty cool. Got into some costume, did a bunch of makeup stuff. My partner did all the makeup stuff because I'm trash at it, and turned out pretty good. Got some cool pictures and everything. So, heck yeah. Did some pretty good stuff. I think it was nice. All right, come over here. Try to bum up. Oh, hey now, no. Try to bum a ride on a power network. There we go. Okay, so now what should happen is this miner should wake up. I'm sure you know this, but crouch jumping does not work going up hills or up in elevation at all. Cool. Okay. So I believe these are impure nodes. Let me see. impure node. This one. Okay, so a Mark 1 miner on an impure node will produce 30 ore of that thing per minute. So the belt can handle 60. Oh, it is clipping into the side. We'll fix that. The belt can handle 60. The machine can do 30 because of the node type. All right, so now we're automating wire. We've got rods. We are automating concrete and plates. So this is great. So we're going to get rid of that list here. Let us get logistics done. Let's just get this done. Okay, we need more plates and we need more wire. Fantabulous. We need, I believe, 2 more plates in that, maybe? I swear we're gonna. I swear. I apologize. I know this episode's long. We're gonna get there. I'm 8 short. Snapple. Okay, so I've given the copper smelter something to do. Okay, we've met. Okay, so the copper smelter is doing that, and I'm going to make wire. I think I need something like 300 wire. So if you press the spacebar to make it auto-craft, and the little craft hammer button, as you see here, is in the down pressed position, which it is right here, and you select another recipe, the automatic crafting will continue if you have the materials for that recipe. So that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on what you want to spend your materials on. So don't get careless with just smashing the spacebar because you may be building something you don't want. For example, if you've got plates and screws but you don't want to make a reinforced iron plate, don't leave your spacebar auto crafting on when you're selecting it because it will do that. And those are the materials for that. So it will happen. Right? It's just going to do it. So here we are making more wire. We are taking that copper ore and we are bashing home with it. Busting out more wire 2 at a time. Lots of crafting. And more and more and more and more. And we will see how many ingots this other bro has gotten done. 50 of them. That's fantastic. You are employee of the month, sir. And we need 137 more to meet our goals. So we're going to just mash out the rest of this wire. So we've got one miner, 1 smelter, and 1 constructor mashing out iron for us. We will need to boost that and have a second node making cable for us. So that's going to cost another 8 megawatts. 12 megawatts. Because we have to have a smelter, a constructor, and another constructor. I said 137, so we gotta get to that number. $138. Okay.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to increase the complexity and efficiency of your factory. We encourage you to consider more verticality when it comes to factory logistics to streamline short-range transportation. The productivity display will help you measure and improve the productivity of individual buildings to aid with optimization.
All right, well that's the end of this one. We are going to get to all the cool logistic stuff because the game has just changed. This is how we scale. It's going to be fantastic. Hope I see you in the next one. I've been Rensler. You've been amazing. I'll see you there.